kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Trying the left side. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. The jet sweep pass. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Ward. And that ball is picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Pulled and finds his man on the left. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Off-play action on first down. Fires to the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the misfire, it's second down. A hand to the running back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Horton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Snags it over the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Hurricanes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by a field goal over the Pandas.
Dropping back, it's Mertz.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quick release on the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. And he was running with authority, especially with that stiff arm for a solid gain on the play. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. The play action fake. Makes the grab on the left. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Gators!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. splits the uprights. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it out. And the returner is stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Swings it out to the flat. Showing off the arms. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the big fella. He's off to the races. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offense coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
1st and 10 for the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They go right back to him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. To the air, it's Mertz. And the blitz gets to him just like that. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang, Skippy. That's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Canes will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Smashes through. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. A third and long coming up here. To throw, it's Mertz. Feeling some heat. He's got the back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. On second down, wants to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Badgett. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He'll come out throwing on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
It's first and 10 from the 13. They'll throw it from the red zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He makes a grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking downfield, it's Mertz. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Temple sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Philly. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll throw it on first down. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. This offense has a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves him in a hole. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Abrams. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Looking deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working. And I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. The give. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Mertz. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Rides to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. Catch in the middle. It's Badger. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Gators are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires it incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's second and 10. He makes the connection.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Gators! And that one will give them the lead.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. Still running at the 40. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to pass. It's Ward. Pocket starts to collapse. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the ground with the back. And the Hurricanes will move the sticks. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Restrepo. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The Canes look to keep this drive humming. Caught behind the line. It's George. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Give to the running back. And they'll knock him down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Martinez. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Now on second down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Looking to throw, it's Mertens. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They try to pop a run on the draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Gators will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Caught in the backfield. It's Arroyo. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Canes send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's Abrams. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On second down, he'll let it fly. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab on the right. Touchdown, Florida! They move on top here in the fourth.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTSA has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day.
Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Out of the gun, the inside give. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Arroyo. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Line getting set on second down. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking for a man, it's Ward. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Comes out throwing on first down. He's going up top. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Open space at the 25. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play and a first down just outside the red zone. He's looking to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Trying to get to him. Grabbed over the middle. It's George.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Canes in the hurry up. Back to throw, it's Ward. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Canes! And once he got loose, it was all over. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Gators will call on their punt team. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Back to pass, it's Ward. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Caught near the sideline, it's Martinez. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Looking to help the kicker out on third down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looking to throw on second down. Unloads it left. Got a wide open receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. He wants to throw it again. The sure hands, it's Wilson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Leaves it with the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're going to ride this running back.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Gators! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. To the air, it's Ward. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Getting some heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.